What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. This is Gianna here. We are at Cope Fit Fitness in Koh Samui, Thailand. We're going through a leg workout emphasizing on the glutes. So if you have access to the gym, or if you don't have access, if you just have dumbbells or kettlebells, this workout is for you. So if you're doing the workout at home and if you just have dumbbells and kettlebells, I will be giving you variations of these exercises. But if you do have access to the gym, then I'll be showing you the exercises on the machines that I want you to work on. Okay? Let's do this. So our first exercise is a belt squat. I absolutely love this exercise because it doesn't put the load on the shoulders or the low back. So you're going to start off with a belt squat, either hip distance apart or a little bit wider. It depends on you and what you feel comfortable. Everyone's anatomy is a bit different. So if you do need support, you can have your hands forward to lower down and come back up. But I encourage you to try to do it without your hands first. And if you need to use your hands, go ahead and do so. So we're going to lower down, pushing off the heels, traveling in one straight line. Again, lower down, keep your knees in line with your toes, and then push yourself up to standing. The second you feel unstable, bring your hands forward, just there for support to help you come back up. But I want you to try to depend on yourself here. Now, say you have access to a gym, but you don't have a belt squat machine, then my next choice is a leg press machine. You could progressively overload it. You can still get pretty deep in here depending on where you have the safety, so you have that range of motion. And it's not a lot of pressure on the low back, it's just supporting. So you're going to start off here. Again, you can have your feet, whatever feels comfortable for you. Inhale, bend into your knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. You're going to try to keep your low back pressing against the backrest here. Now, if you don't have a belt squat in your gym, or if you're doing this workout at home, you're going to grab a kettlebell or a dumbbell, get into a wider stance, shoulders back, squeeze your shoulders together, to lower down into a squat and come back up. You can elevate your seat to make this a little bit harder by going a little bit deeper and lower. Same concept, knees in line with the toes, and traveling in one straight line. So in every program, I like to incorporate unilateral movement, just because it's amazing to work on one side versus the other to see if you have any weaknesses. But another reason is once you do bilateral, which means you're using both legs or both arms, you're going to be able to produce so much more force. When you do unilateral, either single arm or single leg, you're also able to build a bit more core stability, so you're working a lot more on your core. The last reason is that we all tend to have one dominant side, either maybe because we built that from sports or just from repetition. So here we're able to even out our deviations. So we're going to start off with our stiff-legged deadlift here in a B stance position. So our right foot is forward, left foot is back, left toes are in line with the right heel. I'm going to roll the barbell halfway through my right foot, my front foot. And from here I'm going to engage my lats, shoulders are back, hips are nice and high. And I'm going to inhale here, exhale, stand up tall. I'm keeping my back heel nice and high. I have 80% of my weight in my front leg, 20% of my weight in my left leg. Try to hinge, keeping your nose right over your right toes. Shift the hips all the way back and then come back up to standing. So if you don't have a barbell, or if you have just dumbbells or kettlebells, you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to be in a B stance position. You're still going to do the stiff-legged deadlift. Keeping the shoulders back, hips drive back. Pause at the bottom and stand up tall. Moving with your breath. Inhale as you hinge. Exhale, stand up tall. All right, your next movement is glute extensions or hip thrusts. If you don't have this kind of machine, then you can just use a barbell with a pad Or if again you're doing this at home, you can use dumbbells or kettlebells, placing it across the hips where it doesn't move so much while we're doing this movement. So from here, I'm going to have my upper back to the bench. I'm going to keep my heels in line with my knees, creating one straight line with my shins, lowering down, dropping the hips, back is straight, extend at the hips. You want to make sure you're not arching into your low back, and we're generating this movement from the hips, from the glutes. So really try to get that mind-muscle connection, squeezing the glutes at the top, holding for a second, then lowering down. So if you're doing a hip thrust at home, you're going to place the dumbbell across the hips, and you're going to inch yourself down, placing your upper back on the edge of the bench, making sure the heels are under the knees, core is engaged, drop the hips, and extend the hips, bring the shoulders back at the same time. Keeping your shoulders to your hips in one straight line, letting the hips do the movement, the glutes engage, and squeeze at the top. Our next movement is a single leg extensions. I do want to do this one leg at a time because this is a really great way to build strength in our legs while still keeping it really safe. Now I do have the back press slightly more back so I can have a bigger stretch across the quad, but if you want to be more upright, that's up to you. Okay, so from here, I'm going to extend my leg, hold for a second at the top, and slowly lower it back down. I want to get full range of motion, and I want to keep this a controlled movement. Try not to drop the weight. So control on the way up and down. Now, if you don't have a leg extension machine because you're at home, you're going to place your foot inside of a kettlebell, holding on to the bench or any kind of seat that you're on, extending the leg and then bending into the knee. Extending and bending into the knee. Trying to make sure that the kettlebell is light because this is a very isolated movement. Our next movement is deficit calf raises. So we're going to stand up. I'm going to have the ball of my foot on the platform. You can use any platform you want. From here, we're going to come up nice and high and lower down with control. Your other foot is hooked right behind the ankle, going under and over the platform. Here I'm using any machine really to do this exercise. You can use a step if you're at home. You can use your stairs. Anything that you feel stable on. All right, that is it, you guys. That is one of my favorite leg routines that I like to do with a fully equipped gym. Now, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. And if you want me to cover anything in the future, comment below. Thank you so much for watching.